You're watching BBN Tonight on your official UK sports station, LEX 18. Presented by Central Bank, the official bank of UK athletics.
All right, welcome back to BBN Tonight. We return to men's hoops for this segment.
Now let's bring in Jack Goose Givens of the UK Sports Network. Welcome in, Goose.
Thanks, Keith and Eli. Thanks a lot.
All right, Coach. Well, after going 0 for December this month, Kentucky opens up conference play on Saturday against Mississippi State. The Bulldogs, they're 5-3 heading into tonight's game against Georgia. Goose, when you look at this matchup, what stands out to you the most?
Well, it will be in the backcourt again. Fortunately, they don't have the seniors and the grad student fifth-year seniors that we've seen with a lot of other teams. So some of that will be decided in the backcourt. I think, though, the deciding factor is probably going to be in the paint. Mm-hmm. Which team dominates there will win this game.
After UK couldn't find a replacement for this week's canceled matchup with South Carolina, Coach Cal decided to pair up his team with Transylvania for a so-called private scrimmage that we all know about. Happened at Rupp Arena yesterday afternoon. No word on a final score, but the word is that Dante Allen had some nice moments, hitting some shots from behind the arc, and a lot of Big Blue fans hoping that he'll get in and play on Saturday against Mississippi State.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think he has some opportunities probably in the game against Mississippi State. If I'm Dante, though, I'm thinking about the long term. I want to go in and I don't want to rest everything on whether or not I make three-point shots. What I would like to see from him is maybe 4 or 5 rebounds and assists. It'd be nice for him to get a couple of steals. Those kind of stats are what I'm really looking at. It's hard to shoot the ball consistently when everybody wants you to shoot it consistently, you know? He has to do some other things. I hope he makes some shots, but he needs to stuff that stat sheet is what the coaches are looking for.
And while freshman forward Cameron Fletcher is back with the team, it's not clear when or if he might return to gameplay action. Coach Cal says he's currently practicing with the guys, but has a better attitude and a smile on his face. Goose, when you sort of look at the situation and how it's unfolded over the last couple of weeks, do you think it's being handled properly? Do you think this is a good thing for Cameron and for the program?
Well, it's not so much a good thing that it happened, but since it did, I think Coach Cal handled it the way he needed to handle it. Sometimes it's better to remove that because that kind of thing turns into players talking and in each other's ears, and all of a sudden you have 2 or 3 issues. I think Coach Cal told by sending them home, delivered to everyone else that it's just not going to happen. We are still part of this team, and I'm still the man, whether you think so or not. Coach Cal is still the man. Now, he'll come back and he'll play and he'll be effective. Whether he gets more minutes or not, I'm not sure, but I think he handled it just right.
Goose, I feel like, you know, it's hard to see when you're talking about a 1-6 team, but I feel like we've seen some improvement out of at least a few of the guys. We've seen Davion Mintz, we've seen Devin Askew, and maybe Jacob Toppin start to kind of develop their game into what Coach Cal is looking for, but it seems like they don't have that guy that really wants to take over a game yet. Is that something that needs to happen?
It does need to happen, and you make some great points because there are some guys who are playing well. I'd also like to say their defense has been great. I mean, look, this team is averaging, 62, 64 points a game, and they've had chance to win those ball games, so that means they're doing some really good stuff on the defensive end of the floor. But you're right. We need someone to kind of step up and say, guys, if you need me to make the shot, I'm going to make it. And this is not, it's not a shot at Sarr at all, because I would love Sarr shooting those last 2, the ones he had in the last game against Louisville and that Notre Dame game. I would love to see him shooting those. But he needs to get involved way earlier in the ball game than having to rely on him to make the last shot. That's going to be another big factor in this game. Can you get him involved?
Great analysis as always. Goose, thank you so much for your time. Of course, Happy New Year to you, and we'll catch up with you some point next week, okay?
Thanks, Eli. Thanks, Keith.
Sure.
All right, in our next segment on BBN Tonight, Riley Welch steps back into the interview chair for us.
Yeah, the current Cat will talk with former UK forward Nick Richards about life in the NBA. We'll be right back.